I'm an American living in China, and I'm going to show you what public transportation is supposed to look like.
If you come from a country where you have to think of wearing a face mask for you to go to your subway, then this is a wonderful thing to watch.
In China, people don't take skateboards and so many heavy things in the subway. Let me show you. Look, simple stuff, just bags. They have nothing like bed sheet or eating. There's no eating going on. No heavy stuff in the subway. Nothing like that. So it's totally different. Welcome to China.
So there are so many things that foreigners in China, travelers generally, get to admire about this country. But the subway system, the cleanliness, how it operates, the fastness, I choose to call this compilation the Subway Wonders.
We are going into a big spaceship, UFO. Man, these metro stations never cease to amaze me. The metros in Shenzhen just keep getting better and better and more developed day by day. They also have like these 3D, I guess, holographic boxes for advertisements on here too. It's not just a screen, it's literally like a box. So everything looks three-dimensional. That's pretty cool. It's also incredibly safe. They have glass doors in front of the metro so you can't fall onto the tracks and no accidents like that can happen. They even have a nice customer service area right here. Automated and in person. So you don't have to talk to a robot if you don't want to. The only downside is it's incredibly crowded. This is going to be intense. Holy wow. Look at that. Holy cow. So many people. Also, in the metros, you can literally just scan QR codes and get the snacks and drinks by yourself. Nobody's working at any of these things here. Same with the drinks. Scan a QR code, open it up, get whatever you want. Nobody's working here. You can do it on all of them. Over there, all this here.
China has over 50,000 kilometers of high-speed rail. Can you believe it? Super convenient and really good. My wife and I, we take the high-speed rail a lot in China. In fact, we're in the high-speed rail station right now. It's massive. China has over 50,000 kilometers of high-speed rail. Can you believe it? My country is fighting to still put in their first kilometer. So it's quite a contrast. What impressed me the most is how big it is. Like, this looks like an airport, right? And it's just a train station, which is really good, especially in the national holidays in China. This can get really busy, and you might think so, but trust me, this will get extremely busy in the big holidays. So the space is definitely needed.
China have the best system in the world. Look how many people in the railway station, and everything is under control.
While world is at the war, look at the China. Look behind me, the system. That long train. Look, this is a bullet train, goes 300 kilometers per hour speed. Look at these trains. This is also a bullet train of China. Very clean, guys. Super clean. Look at the floor over here, ground. Now look at this train, how long it is. Passengers are just, like they have arrived. Look at the system. One, train two. There's so many of them. You can see through those lights. How big is the station, guys? Welcome to China, everybody. I'm impressed with one thing. How clean is the platform, guys? How clean. Welcome to China. I'll see you in the next video.
Everyone says China's trains are amazing, but as an American, I had to see for myself, because I can't handle anything that challenges my narrow worldview. I boarded the train and placed my bag in the cabin's luggage area, and then got my first view of the $40 business class seat. We departed on time for our 1-hour ride to Beijing, and I didn't see a no dogs allowed sign, so I'm gonna let these dogs breathe. But I noticed these slippers for those who don't want to go toes on the floor. We soon were zooming through the Chinese countryside going 108 kilometers an hour, but I have no idea what a kilometer is, so I'm not quite sure. But we were soon going 189 and then 234, so I think that's really fast. After taking in the views for a few minutes, it was time to open up the China Rail snack box. The first snack was fresh milk cheese biscuits. We also got a completely average sized sausage and these little cheese bites that were a little sweet but were pretty dang good. Alright, we got dried cherries, we got dried blueberries and dried... I have no idea what this Chinese fruit is, but that was the snack box for business class. Here were the controls for the seat, so you can customize it or go straight to lie flat, which I did. I am 6'4" and it was still fairly comfortable, but my head did rest against the seat when lying flat, which completely infuriated me. But I forgave it because I did like this little privacy door so I could film this video in peace without judgment. We made it to a stop along the way and I felt the eyes of others peering upon me, so I lowered my shade on the window. The seat has a power outlet and USB port and this reading light. My absolute favorite thing on the train was this little thing that flipped out to put your right elbow on. Absolutely incredible design. This just really elevated the experience. And that's what it was like to ride on a train in China, and it was pretty nice. I give it 5 stars. Good job with the trains, China.
Today, we're taking a bullet train across China.
But first, we had to go to the train station, which was an experience in itself. Just look at the size of this place. This station was nicer than most airports I've been to. But after check-in, we then headed down to the train.
I am middle seat again!
Then it was time to start our journey. And soon after we left the station, we were going over 170 miles an hour, zooming through China to our next city. However, this was still a 5-hour ride, and we had no Wi-Fi or data, so it got a bit boring. But the feeling of watching the world pass by so dang fast was enough entertainment for me. But yeah, after 5 hours, we were in our next destination.
That was so much better than a plane.
Here it comes now. We got to get to the number 2 section. That's our coach. This is number 1. Okay, we got to walk down this way to number 2. I just really love traveling on the rail because you don't have to worry about like taking a flight. You don't have to like check your bag or make sure your bag is a certain weight. It's just so much more convenient to just be able to hop on a quick train, and maybe your destination is only like, maybe an hour on the bullet train, and if you drove, it'd be 4 hours. And yeah, it just makes it so not necessary to take an airplane. Everyone is pretty orderly, I'd say, most of the time. Now it's actually a little bit more busy than usual because it's the Spring Festival time this week. People are already heading back for Spring Festival. It's happening very soon. This is what the cabin looks like. Very clean, peaceful cabin here. Just love riding on the bullet train here in China. So you can put your bag up above here, or you can keep it next to you, whatever you want. But yeah, it's just a very convenient way to travel. You don't have to worry about like flights getting delayed. This thing really doesn't get delayed or ever get canceled because it's just a train. They leave on time. It's very similar to Germany and Japan as far as the punctuality. Of course, they can have delays, they can get stuck places, but it's extremely rare. Back in the day, normally you'd be like taking a flight to someplace, but if there's a storm, they're canceling flights in China. It's really convenient.
And 30 minutes later, we arrive in Shanghai. I wish they could have this going from LA to San Diego or Boston to New York. Shanghai has about 30 different subway lines to take, so there is no need to take a taxi typically.
Let's go to Hangzhou from Shanghai on this business class bullet train. This morning I got up and chilled, not knowing that Shanghai Hongqiao station is so far away from my hotel. But it's okay because I can change the ticket by just paying £3. Like, you can't do that in the UK, can you? Especially not like an hour before your train departs. So this is known as the VIP lounge for anyone traveling on the business class. It serves plenty of snacks and lots of different types of teas as well for you to try. I'm gonna get to how much I paid for this experience in a bit. By the way, this is dried peach. I really love the taste. Tastes a bit like prunes. And then this, spicy anchovies. I love it. This will go so well with just a bowl of rice, I tell you. You don't really need to worry about missing your train once you're in the lounge because the staff will come over and tell you it's your time to board. My friend, this is my seat. I even got a slipper for this 1 hour train journey. As soon as this train started moving, it's time to explore all the gizmos. First, you can lie flat. Look at that. Shang is ready for his bed. And on the side of my seat, there's a tray table. They also give you like a really nice snack box, which I'll show you what's in there. They give you earplugs, eye mask, and in this box, there's all this type of snacks. There's also a decent sized screen over here. Practically, this is a business class on a flight. And my friends, for this experience, I only paid £20 to get to Hangzhou from Shanghai. For lower lines, I'll show you the hotel I stay in, the places I've visited, and the food I've tried.
This is what it's like to catch a high-speed bullet train in China. We paid £25 each to see what it was like to get a high-speed bullet train from Beijing to Pingyao. You can easily book your tickets through trip.com, but definitely book in advance as they tend to get booked up very fast. Also, you can use our sign-up code in our bio to get £10 off trip.com. This was definitely one of the nicest trains we've ever been on, and the journey was super quick. Beijing to Pingyao was around 600 kilometers, but this train only took 3.5 hours. If you're visiting China, then definitely give the high-speed trains a go, as it will save you plenty of time getting between destinations for a very reasonable cost.
A must-visit attraction in China. I'm going to show you from a first-person perspective the China high-speed train. Okay, let's enter the main gate. The first step is to have our tickets checked. After the ticket check, we will join the security check queen. Okay, we are in. Let's go buy a bottle of water. Confirm and pay by my face. The time has come and let's enter the platform. I choose the wrong direction. My seat is on the other side of the train. Well, this just gives us a chance to see how long this train is. It's actually 2 trains connected together. I'm in carriage 1 at the very end. Let's go to the locomotive. The cockpit is a single seat. It feels so lonely. Then enter the carriage. Find my seat, take off my coat, change into a pair of slippers, use the wireless charging function, and lie down to sleep. The train attendant brings juice and snacks. My seat is a business class. I just want to show you all a better video, not because I'm eager for these snacks. Let's go and take a look at other carriages. There's a restroom, and we can also pour drinking water by ourselves. These facilities are the same in the trains of every class. Okay, we have arrived. If you come to China, make sure to experience the Chinese high-speed train at least.
If you're going to China and traveling between cities, then watch this video to see how we took the first class bullet train for only $22. We got our tickets for the 9:50 AM train at only 9:37 AM from the ticketing booth, so you don't actually have to arrive too early at the station if it's a low season. After getting our tickets, we headed directly over to the gates that lead to our train platform downstairs. So this is our train at the platform. The ride from Shanghai to Hangzhou is only less than an hour. This is how the first class carriage looked like with a 2-2 seat configuration. As you can see, the seat area is super spacious and comfortable. Here's the second class carriage with a 2-3 seat configuration, and finally the luxurious business class. Our first class train tickets also came with a little gift bag with these snacks and a bottle of water. And that's it. Highly recommend traveling by high-speed rail. Follow for more China travel tips.
This is not an airplane business class. This is a train. And wait till you hear the price at the end. We're in China, and this is their business class train experience. It all starts with being escorted to the train before everyone else. Like what? And once you step on board, it's honestly next level. You get a full flat seat, slippers, bottled water, coffee, tea, and even a snack box and lunch, all included. The ride was so smooth. It felt more premium than some flights and trains I've taken. And here's the part that blew our minds. This hour-and-a-half journey cost us only $20. What do you think? Would you try this train business class in China? Happy travel!
Currently on a bullet train going from Hong Kong to Quzhou or Chaozhou in Guangdong province of mainland China. And coming from the States where we don't have anything like this, this is super cool. Check out the scenery. and I believe the train is currently cruising at around 186 miles per hour or 300 kilometers per hour. This whole train ride for me is about 2.5 hours from beginning to end on about 210 miles of train track. And for context, in America, from Austin to Texas, it's about a 3-hour drive on about 190 miles of road. The only reason why we're not getting there faster is because there's about 10 other stops in between where people get on and off. Oh, and when I was in Shanghai last week, I got to experience the Maglev train, which is way faster than the bullet train. 20 miles of train track from the Pudong airport was literally 5 minutes. It was insane. This is a very comfortable ride. This feels like I'm taking the subway with the amenities of an airplane flight. I have pretty basic seats. This is what it looks like. There is a tray table. Seats work just like on an airplane. It reclines, and there are overhead compartments for your luggage and TV. We have attendants here if you want food or drinks. And I believe there are about 15 cars on this train, and one of them is the food car. And of course, you can get up, walk around, and use the restroom as well. Definitely my favorite part is just being able to sightsee on the way there. This is just such a great option for travel. It's quick, reliable, fast, and accessible. And this whole train ride only costs about $25 US.
So even when the train is traveling at the speed of 350 kilometers per hour, the bottle of water the train is barely shaken, so I can comfortably leave my bottle open here. Look how stable it is.
Rail in China is absolutely unreal, and I say this because it feels almost futuristic compared to the rest of the world. Starting off, just the scale and speed of it. It's the largest high-speed rail network in the entire world that maps over 42,000 kilometers or 26,000 miles. Some of these trains can go as fast as 217 miles per hour, which is 350 kilometers per hour. You also can't even tell how fast it's going. I sent a video to my mom and she was like, "Oh wow, looks like you're moving pretty slowly though." No, we were going light speed ahead. Also, not only are the trains super efficient, but they are punctual. The trains leave exactly on time. And the stations are almost run like an airport. There is tight security, you have to scan your passport to enter, and they check all of your bags and make you drink your water to make sure there's nothing in it. I don't know if they think it's vodka or what. I specifically did all first class trains just because it was pretty reasonable, but when I looked at pictures of second class, it looked spacious as well. The windows are big, the cabins are pretty quiet unless there's somebody yelling next to you, and it feels super smooth. Everything is completely digital. You get your seat immediately when you book it, and you can see the seat map too. I'm pretty sure you can also order food through your phone, but I wasn't able to figure that out. Overall, it makes you feel like China is a small country. You can get from Beijing to Shanghai in under 5 hours, and from Guilin to Hangzhou in only 2.5 hours. And now even super remote places are accessible. People love to pump up the Japanese rail system, but honestly, it doesn't even come close to what's going on in China.
This is Ren from Beijing, China. When you travel between cities in China, there is no better way than hopping on a high-speed train. Zoom from Beijing to Shanghai, Xi'an to Chengdu, or anywhere in between at lightning speed. It's comfy, smooth, and gives you stunning views of mountains, villages, and cities along the way. Why deal with airport hassle when you can relax in your seat and make the journey part of the adventure? Whether you are visiting the Great Wall, Terracotta Warriors, and more, China's bullet trains are your ticket to an unforgettable trip. Follow Bad China Trip for more travel tips and exciting journeys across China.
Hey guys, this is Liz from eJet Sourcing. My colleague FJ took a train from Yiwu to Guangzhou to attend the Canton Fair, and that's what you're going to learn in this video, how a foreigner can take a railway train in China smoothly.
So this way is the railway departures. In the front you can see the ticketing machines. So these are mostly for the Chinese nationals. You can use your ID card and you can just buy the tickets directly from these machines. But for the foreigners, you must go to the dedicated windows inside and need to show your passport to get the tickets. Now we are inside the railway station and you can see these machines. So these are for the Chinese nationals. But for the foreigners, you need to go through this manual channel, which is this one. So you have to show your passport manually over here. So once your passports are verified at the manual counter, then you just do the security check-in of the bags, and then you can just go and board your train. So you have to see your train number on the screens, and you have to check which platform and what's the check-in, which hall number you have to go. So once you have cleared the security, the first thing you can do is check on this screen. So our train number is G1305. It leaves at 4:47, and the platform is number 8, and check-in is number 1. We have to check your area first. What's the check-in area? For example, for number 2, you need to go to the 2nd floor, and on this floor you have number 1 is the ground level where we are now. So we'll just go find the hall and just go and have a rest and wait for the train. Then you can just go around these shops and have a meal, have a rest, have some drinks while you just wait for your train to arrive. You have all the facilities in almost all the railway stations in China. You have baby care, you have hot water machines. These are the drinking water here. You have hot water if you need like to cook some noodles or something, and there's the restaurant. Guys, so we have finally reached Guangzhou after a journey of about 7 hours, and so now we're just gonna go towards the exit side, do the security check, and just exit the station, and then we'll head back to our hotel.
I swear, these overnight trains in China is the best way to travel for someone who doesn't like flying. We don't see this back home in the States a lot, but here, these are the standard cabins for a sleeper train. They sleep 4 to a room, top and bottom bunk. And of course, someone back home asked me if she could buy out all 4 rooms and have the place all to herself. So bougie. Before I tell you how much a ticket cost, check out this bed. Very hard bed. Only one thin layer of blanket covered in a fresh sheet. However, the blankets are very thick, so is the pillow. There's no shower on board, but you have a place to brush your teeth, to remove your makeup, and plenty of toilets. The dining car is usually packed. This isn't the Oriental Express, but you can buy all kinds of hot meals for less than $7 US, and of course, all types of drinks and snacks. Now let me tell you why I love this high-speed sleeper train. I board at 8 p.m., which means I have the whole day in the city I'm visiting to sightsee, save on that night's hotel, and still be back in my home city at dawn, all for a $120 ticket. Remember, opt for the top bunk. If you're physically able to climb it, it's cheaper than the bottom bunk and quieter further from the wheels.
Let's go explore it. Let's go. Hello, I'm Roger. Today I'm going to show you the China's high-speed sleeper train from Shanghai to Foshan. Enter the train and then find my room. Sorry, I went to the wrong room. I should check the small number, not the big number. Okay, this is my room. The room has an upper and a lower bed, a table, and a sofa that can seat 2 or 3 people. There's also a large storage cabinet, perfect for placing my luggage. When I open the upper cabinet, I find some hangers for my clothes and towels. On the table, there is a kettle, tissue, an information card, and a trash plate. Under the table, there is also a trash can, and on the side of the table, there are power outlets for charging my phone. Look what I found near the headboard. The camera? No, it's actually a light. Next to it, there is a remote control switch connected to the TV at the foot of the bed. This design really good. The equipment provided for the lower and upper beds is the same. But do you know what's the most exciting part? This room is a 2-person room, and the roommate is randomly assigned by gender. So there is a chance I might get a cute girl as my roommate. Can't wait! Oh. Close the door and it will become a private, quiet space, even with a mirror. And here, adjust the air conditioning temperature and the room lighting. There's also an SOS button for emergencies. And here is a hidden step. It's for climbing up to the upper bed. Okay, I'm going to lie down and wait for my roommate.
2 hours later. I have been waiting for 3 train stops, but it's bedtime. Still no one has brought to show my room. Looks like I will be spending this night alone.
Open the curtains, enjoy the scenery along the way.
We are going to arrive. Alright, we had a quiet, peaceful, comfortable, and lonely night. Welcome everybody to find me by this high-speed sleeper train in Foshan.